Hello everybody and welcome back to World of Warships Legends. My name is Spartan Elite 43 and tonight, the road to 50,000 subscribers starts now. We are going to set the goal for the end of the year to hit 50,000 subscribers on the channel. And we're going to have to, if we pull this off, we're going to have to do something epic to repay you guys. But that is for the future. Tonight, we are in none other than the Tier 8 British campaign battleship from the recent campaign, the Marl. Now, I know what y'all are thinking. Well, Spartan, come on. Why are you playing this garbage ship? I don't understand. Now, a lot of you guys would probably think that. But as I stated in my Meet the Marlborough and my Meet the Marco Polo, I actually prefer the Marlborough to the Marco Polo. I believe that the Marlborough in more situations is going to be the better ship. It's going to be the more consistent ship. Yes, it only has 14-inch guns, but it has 16 14-inch guns. And it has British AG, which absolutely slaps. And on top of that, it has all the heals that you could ever ask for. So we're going to go ahead and start out by shooting at the enemy Marlborough. We are joined by Rin in the Temeraire. And as you can see, there's an Azuma here, which is a little terrifying because Azuma can absolutely citadel us. So can the enemy Marlborough. But we hit the Marlborough immediately for a double fire. And I'm already salivating, but unfortunately, or fortunately, lightning gets spotted here. So again, destroyer gets spotted, you shoot the destroyer, right? We currently have 15,000 health. We get a nice chunk on him. That puts us at 20. He does have a fire going, but he's going to damage con that. Unfortunately, he got stopped just enough to keep us from absolutely annihilating him. But Marlborough's still spotted here, so we're going to go ahead and try to target him, get those fires rolling on the Marlborough. He should be easily perma-fired here. And so we take the shot. Again, all of the HE that you could ever ask for, and of course, that's the one time where the shells just completely whiff. We get 3 shells to hit the target, we don't get a fire. Anybody else, that would be 60 fires. But because it's me, if I land 3 shells, suddenly I can't get a fire. But all's well that ends well, and we're going to go ahead and hit him with another HE salvo. And surely this time, we're going to get the fires. And sure enough, we do get a perma-fire, and we hit him with 12 out of 16 rounds in that salvo. Just think about that. 12 out of 16 rounds we just hit that man with. So we go ahead and fire off another 12, or another 16. Shots in the air. Not the tightest grouping in the world, but you don't need it to be. It's HE. It's going to do damage no matter where it hits. That's the beauty of this ship. Now, sure, you got to be careful. And you can see I'm being pretty timid here. I'm turning to kite out here. I'm keeping my distance. I want to make sure that these guys aren't getting easy access to my citadel. When they do fire at me, you see the AP coming, so we go ahead and turn away. There's a second fire on him. He's going to DC that. We take minimal damage from his HE, or his AP, sorry, and then we go ahead and try to target the destroyer again. You see a destroyer, you shoot a destroyer. It is that simple. So we take a shot at the lightning. Unfortunately, lightning is going to stop and turn in. Unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now, we know that the Marlborough had just damage conned the double fire, so we are going to go back to trying to target the Marlborough here, except he immediately takes a hit from our carrier, which sets him on at least a double fire. He might even be a triple fire at this point. I think it's a double, though. I think he got him doubled. We're going to go ahead and send a round down range for him as well. Enemy Iowa takes out our Brandenburg. This game has actually surprisingly been uneventful from a team perspective, but we do get a nasty hit. Another 7 out of the 16 shells landing. Lexington getting the kill with the fires. So 60,000 damage already done in under 5 minutes. Not a bad start. Now we're going to push forward. We got 2 destroyers here, but again, we're in a British battleship. We got HE loaded. I am not afraid of destroyers. I'm afraid of armor piercing. So we get double fired by the Azuma there. We're going to go ahead and try to anticipate him turning out a little bit here. So we shoot off to the left in front of him. And he does turn a little bit, so we're going to get a couple of shells hit here. I lied. I must have whiffed, but yeah, it happens. Now, the one downside of this we know is it's squishy as crap, right? If you get caught broadside, it's a wrap. any decent battleship or decent heavy cruiser can citadel the snot out of a Marlborough. That's how dangerous this ship is when it gets caught broadside. We get a decent chunk there on the Azuma, but as we start to push into the cap, you can see our team has captured the Charlie cap. Nobody has gotten the Bravo cap, and we are pushing into the Alpha to contest. Our teammates are already there, and we are going to try to join them. Now, Azuma, again, this guy is going to kite. What do I always say about kiting? Kiting is only effective if people chase, right? So we are not going to chase the kite. That's all it is. You do not chase a kite. Let them run all the way to the edge of the map. Let them take themselves completely out of any position where they can help their team. At the end of the day, grab the caps and put yourself in a position to win the match. They're going to have to come back in eventually. Now, you can see Azuma actually took a nasty hit there from something. It wasn't us. We didn't do crap for damage there. But the Azuma did take some damage from somebody. And currently, we're sitting at 69,000 damage. I know. Nice. But Lightning gets spotted 6.8 kilometers. You can see him rotating the turrets. It's going to take some time. Thank goodness. Oh, never mind. He disappears. Will he get spotted again? No one knows. But good news is, he missed his torpedoes with the first set. He does connect a couple of torpedoes with the second set, unfortunately. But the rest of the torps should be fine. And we're going to be able to get this base cap. 4 seconds until it's done. And then once we get the base cap, we're... Oh my god, that was so close. He almost reset us right before that base got capped. Now, initially, I was going to shoot the Azuma again, but I realized he's right on the edge of my range, and he's leaving my range. So, no matter what I do, I'm not going to be able to hit him. Now, if he was right on the edge of the range, sailing broadside to me, there is a chance that I could unlock him and maybe score a couple of dispersion hits. There's a slight myth out there that if you unlock a target, that you can shoot further. That's not entirely accurate. What it is when you unlock a target, you lose your accuracy bonus, meaning you get worse dispersion, meaning there is a chance that some of your shells will go outside of your normal range due to the dispersion. But it's not consistent enough to warrant, like, in most situations. And again, if they're going away from you, there we get a beautiful hit on the Fletcher. But if they're going away from you, it's not going to help, because they're still going to be so far outside your range by the time your shells get to them that you're not going to be able to hit them. But if they are staying right on the edge of the range, then there is a possibility that you can pull that off. I know Peak was talking about this the other day, and after I said something about it during a stream, and that's what I'm saying. Like, yes, it is possible to get a little bit more range by unlocking your target. And yes, I do know that that's a thing. But it's not like you boost your range by unlocking a target. You get worse dispersion, and that allows some of the shells to travel beyond their normal range. Simple as that, right? Anyway, Vanguard is about to die, and oh my god, that carrier came out of nowhere. Did not see that coming, I'll be real honest. I just heard this hum approaching my ship, and I was like, holy crap, what's the carrier doing here? So there's a carrier that's actually, like, moving on the map. I know, it's crazy. Who would have thunk it? But, yeah, we're going to go into the Bravo cap here with Red. We're going to get this cap. Now, I have a choice to make. I can either turn left and engage this Marco who's coming out of the A cap and going back towards the left side of the mountain, or I can stay on this side and hope that he comes back. Now, if you look, you know that there's a battleship behind him. And while I want to cap this, I was actually going to go up the right side. But when that battleship gets spotted again, he's actually in the middle of the cap. So I'm assuming, okay, these guys are going to be together. So that Marco's going to come back and go with this guy. That would make the most sense, right? Keep together. You're probably using will to rebuild. Most battleship captains do. So if these guys were to stay together, they could be potentially hard to kill. Fortunately, they're not going to stay together, and also they've kind of made my decision to go this way. So we're going to cut across the mountain, use the speed of this thing. This is actually a decently quick little battleship. Not the fastest, but a decently quick battleship. It's going to allow you to get around the map relatively easily. And you see, with Marco Polo coming up, I'm actively switching to AP. Why? Because I'm anticipating having a crossfire on this guy, and I know that I can depth strike him from full health if I get the right angle. We're close enough range. Even these 14-inch guns have plenty of penetration to citadel the snot out of this guy. So we're going to come around the corner. What we want to aim for on these guys, because we know they have a turtleback armor, we want to aim in front of their front gun on the bow side plating. Now, unfortunately, right as we come around this corner, he starts going dark. Fortunately, he uses a smoke screen a little late. We actually screwed the pooch there. He goes dark right as we fire that shot, and we only landed 2 shells. The rest of them all like bounced or shattered or whatever. So we must have hit his belt. What we're looking for is the bow side plating. Again, just in front of the turret on the bow side plating. That's what we're looking for. Now I know he's here. It's just a matter of getting him detected. Now here we have a terrible turret traverse, and this could be horrible. Come on, Spartan, get the guns around. Now initially I was going to try to get the guns to the bow side plating, but you see he lost a good chunk of his health. So now it's just about shooting him anywhere to get some damage and trying not to get depth struck. We really screwed this approach up. Like, really screwed this approach up. But you can see he does go down. We were able to outrun his turrets too. So that is the downside of these turrets. Just like all the other British battleships, these turrets do not traverse at all. So here you can see we actually dodge most of these torpedoes. Actually, we dodge all of the torpedoes. That's what happens when a carrier decides to try to drop early, like trying to drop immediately on you after coming out of a big turn. They can't get the dispersion angle to close all the way, so they just end up with torps going everywhere. And so we were able to dodge those pretty easily. But for those of you who were like, you know, I don't think you can actively do damage with AP on this thing, I would argue otherwise. If you get the right opportunity, you absolutely can use the AP on the ship. We didn't get a chance to really showcase it there, unfortunately, and we have 87,000 damage. You might look at this and go, well, Spartan, you haven't really done anything, but I would say we have. We have 2 assisted caps with a battleship. We're still very healthy. We still have 2 super heals left, and there's only 2 ships left. One of them is a carrier, and one of them is a battleship. We're about to head in to grab a 3rd cap. So tell me whether or not this ship is usable. I personally say, with its speed, its ability to get around the map, and then that amazing broadside capability. Again, I know it's 14-inch guns, but I'm telling you, until you guys have had a chance to come around the corner on somebody with AP loaded and just absolutely annihilate them with AP, like, you honestly just do not get it. But here we got Marco Polo just sitting out here. We go ahead and shoot the HE at the from the bow guns. Again, that's 8 rounds. That is literally an entire Jean Bart's worth of HE sent down range, except it's better. We don't get to fire, unfortunately, but it's okay because we do manage to get in front of our teammate, which allows us to utilize all 16 guns for our next salvo. Well, we don't use all 16 guns because I'm expecting Marco Polo to be loaded. We hit him, we get a fire, and you can see the damage we're doing. We're chunking this man. We're absolutely chunking him. He takes a shot at our teammate, so we don't have to worry about it. So now we can fully swing out and get all of the guns to bear, and this is the broadside capability of this thing with just HE. Look at this health. Bonk. Ah, come on. This is the hit. I lied. This is not the hit. There's another hit coming, I promise. It's coming. This game's almost over. We're sitting in the cap. We're almost getting it capped. 8 seconds, we'll have this thing fully capped, and that will be our 3rd assist cap in a battleship in a match. Think about that. 3 assist caps in a battleship in 1 match. That's unheard of. It doesn't happen. There are very few battleships that can go all the way around the map the way we did. Remember, we started at A. We kited out to the edge of the map at A. Then we turned around, capped A, B, and C, and now we're all the way on the backside of the mountain on C, waiting for this guy to show up out of his smoke. This game is over, folks. 960 points. As soon as this smoke goes away and as soon as I light up, I know he's ready. He fires AP at us. We're angled relatively well. We hit him right on the bow, and there's all of the damage. We hit that man with 12 out of 16 shells, 3 of them shattered, everything else pinned. So let me know what you guys think. We finished the game with 130,000 damage and 3 assist caps in a battlesuit. Let me know what you guys think. And keep an eye out for something very special on the horizon. And if you like what I'm doing, punch the like button, leave a comment below, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and as always, I will see you in the next video.